It's Tony Ten Toes, and you're watching Ten Toes TV. So, today's topic is the fear of failing. And I was just thinking about this like on my drive home, and I was like, damn, I'm really I'm really afraid to fail. Like like I realized if something were to happen tomorrow with my job, like me and my family would struggle. Me and my family would not be okay. Vice versa. Like if my wife lost her job, it would be a struggle. And so, with the fear of failing, right? I guess the fear of failing, it could be good and it could be bad. And what I mean is, so if you have a fear of failing, such as myself, right? Then I feel like maybe I'll never be satisfied because I stay hungry. You know what I mean? Like I've a fear of failing so much that I stay moving. I put myself in uncomfortable situations all the time because I'm scared if I get comfortable, I'll fail. I'm scared if I get comfortable and relax, something will pass me by, or maybe an opportunity will pass me by, or, something that could be good for me. But I have a fear of failing. I have a fear of not being the father that I need to be. I have a fear of not being the father that society needs to see me as. I have a fear of not being a good husband. And this all ties into fear of failing. Like a lot of the time I stayed alone in my life, it wasn't, don't get me wrong, it's very important sometimes in your life to take a step back, not backwards as in digressing, but as in just to get some clarity. But, you know, when I took my step back to be alone, it wasn't so much of a clarity aspect of it. It was more or less because I couldn't keep a relationship. Like I had a fear of failing so much that it was getting into in between my relationships. And I was always focused on the next thing, focused on where I could get this money next, focused on how I can make this move, this play, or what business strategy do I need to do, or what have you, this, that, and the third. And a lot of the time, that was kind of the reason why a lot of the women I was with felt unimportant. And so the fear of failing, it could be bad because you're so scared of complacency that, or you're so scared of failing that you just keep moving. You just keep moving and moving and moving and moving, and you don't really find time to relax. But in a way, I'm kind of grateful for the fear of failing because it's what keeps me moving. And I know it's kind of, a contradiction to what I just said, but in a sense that, like, I can't be lazy. I can't just sit still and just let time pass me by. Like, I have to get it. I have to. I have to try to find new ways. I gotta try to find new strategies. I got these social media accounts, and not social media like Facebook or Instagram. Like I don't got all that. I had to delete all that. It was gonna be better, like way better for my life, and so I could focus on my TikTok and my YouTube because those are all about videos and stuff. And it's not really, yeah, you have a chance to message people, but it's not really about that. It's about just putting your videos up, and that's kind of like what I messed with. And I didn't like the temptations that social media brought me in. As a person that was still trying to grow, it wasn't good because there's demons left and right, temptation left and right. But like back to topic, so when I was alone, it was more or less because I had a fear of failing so much that I couldn't see what was right in front of my eyes. And you know, this last time running around, I had some alone time. I had a fear of failure because I was in a rehabilitation center from relapsing. Um, I went through a lot, and mind you, I went through this more times than one, way more times than one. And this whole time I was getting myself into trouble because I don't really have the best education. I don't got a high school diploma or a GED. I don't got any of that. So I try to, I look to the streets for a lot of it. I try to do what I needed to do, but I ended up paying for the crime. The crime used to pay me, and then now I paid for the crime. Ended up owing thousands of dollars to the courts, and that's not fun. Let me tell you, that's not fun. And so yeah, but yeah, like I said, the fear of failing, I guess, could be good because you won't be lazy. You're always gonna be looking for that next success. But I guess, and at the end of the day, it's all like about the balance that we have for it. Because I believe that if we could just balance the fear of failure into our rising success, then that'll be great because you'll stay hungry, but you'll never not be satisfied, you know? And I'm not saying, complacency is the best thing because it's not, but, sometimes you get content and, sometimes that's an okay thing, just momentarily. But that's just what I wanted to talk about today. I have a fear of failing. I have a fear of failing. I have kids. I have a wife. I see how hard my mom works, and I just want to be able to retire her one day. I just want to be able to take care of my family, and I'm scared. I'm scared that what if I don't do it right? I'm scared of what if I can't make that next move. And me, I'm an impulsive thinker, so I'm steady taking risks, but I'm scared of what if the risks don't work out. But then I'm scared of if I stay, if I don't take a risk, that's a risk by itself. So I'm just stuck in between life, like what do I do? You know what? Like I'm about to be 28 years old, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a really weird time. Like being 28 years old is a really weird time of life. Like I can't explain it, you know. And I don't want the fear of failure to hold me back any longer in a sense of, what if I keep making the wrong decisions and the wrong risks because I have a fear of failure and I'm not really, being analytical with things that I should be progressing in and being analytical with strategies that I need to be approaching. And I don't know who's gonna resonate with this. I don't know who's gonna relate to this, but I wanted to just talk to you all about it today. And I talk to my wife about everything, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't have friends. I have maybe two of my closest friends that I talk to, and one of them is my coworker, and one of them is my friend that I met in the rehab. And they're some of the best people I ever met in my life. And my wife is the best woman that I met by far, and I really appreciate her. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing right for them. I don't want this to I don't want to be another statistic. I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to be a failure. I won't be a failure. I won't be a failure. So, if you have a fear of failing and you don't know what your next move might be, or you have a fear of failing and you don't know who to talk to, or maybe you don't have anybody to talk to, my collective here is just to build a group of men, or a community, men and women, what have you, anybody who's willing to listen, anybody who feels like we do. We're the 10 toes family, guys. We gotta stick together and make sure that we're all doing it together, guys. That's the best way it's gonna work. We gotta build a strong community, help each other out. And the focus of this channel is, just video games and advice. Just talking about real life shit and posting fun video game content because that's what I like doing, and that's me, you know. And I used to make music, and I really love music. Like, if anybody's interested, you can just comment, and I'll leave my music link below. But it's just not something that's important to me anymore. Like, I love music. I've done concerts, done a lot of shows. I've made a lot of music, and I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. I guess I just let too much time pass me by with music, you know, and that was an opportunity that I let pass me by. But I'd be damned if I let this opportunity right here pass me by. I'd be damned if I let this pass me by. I will not let this pass me by. So I just hope y'all having a good morning, and make sure to get some good breakfast, and make sure to get your water. Water is very important. Do your push-ups. Push-ups is important, or if you can't do push-ups, it's okay. Do a little, minor calisthenics. It's all it takes, you know. But water is very important. Let's push some sugars out the body. It's okay to have some sugars, everything in moderation, but water, water. But I love y'all. It's Tony Ten Toes, and you're watching Ten Toes TV. As always, stay 10 toes, and thank you again, 10 Toes family. I'll see you on to the next one. Just remember that you're gonna make it. And even if you have a fear of failing, just stay focused and analyze what you need to do. Make sure to set your priorities. I'll see you on to the next one. Later.